Congratulations and good luck. If everyone would please remain standing, the flag that is flying above me to my right was loaned to us this afternoon by the Doherty family. It was presented to them by the United States military on the occasion of Mr. John Doherty's death last week, and it's a privilege to have it here flying during today's graduation ceremony, and particularly during the playing of the national anthem. Ms. Miller? Well, welcome. Is everyone at least able to hear, sort of? This is not the world's greatest sound system, but if those in the back could indicate by raising a hand that you can hear what I'm saying, I'd appreciate it. Yes? Great. I will have more to say later, but first and foremost, I look forward to hearing the remarks of your president, Jennifer Russo. Jen?
Thank you. Good afternoon and welcome, family, friends, faculty members, and honored guests. As I was preparing to write this speech a few weeks ago, I thought to myself how I could best describe this graduating class. In looking back over the years, one important distinction about this class kept coming into my thoughts. That distinction is our class's overall commitment. Beginning high school was like starting a new design on a blank page of paper. To fill this page with our own creation, in our own dream, we took on many different challenges. Through these challenges, we have discovered the many talents that we possess. We have let our abilities shine out through music and acting. We have made great strides as athletes, and today, we are recognized for the excellence we've achieved in our academics. Each of these accomplishments have been reached through dedicating our time into rehearsals, practices, and studying, and with the dedication we've shown to ourselves and believing we have the potential to reach the goals we've set along the way. These accomplishments are something we can be proud of. However, there's more to be said of our high school years, because as our own unique lives took shape, somewhere along the line, we became a class. We were no longer just individuals who filled the hallways. We were students who stood together through the good times and the bad. We have learned the value of friendship, loyalty, and love, lessons that did not come from a textbook, but from our own experiences with one another. Just think how far we've come since the 9th grade, when we came to the high school not sure if our personalities would mix. And now we are moving forward, able to laugh together and cry together. We are no longer afraid to share with each other our happiness, our sorrow, and our hope for the future. This all adds a great deal of meaning to the 4 years behind us. We have come a long way together. And now that we are graduating, one might think we must leave behind all that we've shared. But the lessons we've gained here are strong enough to stand the test of time, as well as any distance that may come between us. These will be days for us to look back on and be proud of how close we've become. And though we may fear what lies ahead for us, what we've achieved here at Winchester High School proves to us that we can overcome any obstacle that might come in our path. It is up to us from here on in to follow our own direction and create our own destiny. We have all thought a great deal about how much our lives will change in the next few years. We will once again have a page to fill with our own dreams, our own thoughts, and our own achievements. With this in mind, I would like to read a poem by an anonymous author that strikes me as being very good advice on how to best tackle the new world we are about to step into. White, a blank page or canvas. The challenge? Bring order to the whole through design, composition, tension, balance, light, and harmony. In the beginning, anything is possible. With every thought, with every motion, the picture takes shape, and the canvas becomes the portrait of a dream. Children, learning who we will become, and if we're lucky, never forgetting what we know, that now is the best time, and that doing a thing well is not only important, it never stops being fun. Every life is a canvas. Every motion, every thought, another stroke of the brush. Every success is a color, and so is every defeat, raising us to new heights, forcing us to do better. You are the artist. You are the painter. You fill the canvas with your dreams. If your vision is clear and your dedication complete, if you look inside yourself and know the source of your strength, if you work and you believe, anything is possible. White, a blank page or canvas. So many possibilities. Thank you, and good luck to you all.
Thank you very much, Jen. And now, with a parenthetical thanks to Sean Vernalia for his graciousness in completely understanding that it would be most appropriate to have a member of the graduating class from the Student Union address you, I'd like to introduce Ms. Emily D'Entremont, the Student Union Vice President. Emily?
Family, faculty, and friends, on behalf of the class of 1993, I want to thank you for being here. I can't believe that we are finally graduating. We've witnessed 3 classes above us go through this ceremony, and now it's our turn. It seems like we've come so far in what is just a short time. Yesterday, we were timidly entering the high school for the first time, filled with thousands of expectations. Today, we're leaving, and all we can do is look back and remember. Some of those expectations that we entered with have been fulfilled, while others have been replaced with something far more worthwhile than we ever could have hoped for. Yesterday, we were worrying about whether we would fit in at a new school, even though we had the support of our friends and peers to help us make it through that rough transition time. Today, we are worrying about whether we will fit in at yet another new school, in a whole new environment. Many of us will find ourselves at colleges, or perhaps jobs, where we don't know anyone and won't have the comforting support of familiar faces. This is a frightening experience, but we have all developed such strong ties among our friends that it's hard to believe we have to go out on our own. I believe that a tremendous togetherness grew among everyone this year. I know that I especially felt it among my close friends. It was last summer that I really learned to appreciate how important friendship is. After the last day of school junior year, my friends and I decided to take off for New Hampshire. We brought everything that we could possibly need: sleeping bags, towels, and an unimaginable amount of food. We went swimming and sat down for dinner just like we would do if we were back in Winchester. It wasn't until that night that we realized we had no curfew and that we ought to make the most of it. My friend's house is situated on a lake, and she has a small dock that extends into the water. Somehow we managed to all fit onto it. That night, while we began to fall asleep on this dock, I felt closer to my friends than I ever had before. We became oblivious to the cold wind coming off the water, but we were too engrossed in our conversation. We talked about everything that night. I'd always thought that I knew just about everything that I could know about my friends, but I learned more that night than I had in 4, 5, even 10 years of knowing them. We shared secrets and laughed at memories from elementary school that had been forgotten. It was like a first-grade slumber party, but we were now old enough to appreciate it. Any tension that had existed between any of us disappeared, and we laughed and cried as true friends. Until this point, these girls had been the people that I hung around with. I enjoyed their company. But after talking that night in New Hampshire, I realized how much I counted on them and how much I leaned on them for support. They were my true friends. I have to admit that although most of my friends stayed up on that dock talking all night, I never made it and had to retreat back to the cabin for sleep. But in the hours that I was awake, I experienced something incredible. Every individual in this class has ties that are going to make leaving the Winchester High School extremely difficult. We all have major experiences. Mine will always be that trip to New Hampshire that will stay cemented in our memories. But as we leave and move on, we will find that even trivial experiences will become special to us. The friendships that we have developed are essential, for they have taught us the importance of trusting people and having people there to comfort and guide us when we are in trouble. We've all waited anxiously for this day, the day that we would be finished with high school and ready to leave. We can question ourselves as to whether we are really ready or not, but I think that each one of us really is. We have learned more than just math equations or the soliloquy to be or not to be. High school has taught us much more than that. I've spoken about how friendships and ties have developed among all of us, but there has to be a reason that it took so long for me and others to appreciate them. This realization comes with a certain maturity that each one of us has acquired throughout the years. We have learned to interact with each other, setting a basis for interacting with people in general. This will help us to meet new people, interact in new academic environments, and in the following years help us go forth and seek employment. We have learned that each individual is different and that there is something inside of each of us that makes us unique. If we were to silence everyone and just look at people's appearances, there are of course some features that would distinguish us from one another. It is, however, our attitudes, our hopes, our dreams, the way we laugh, what we laugh at, all of this that comes from somewhere inside of each of us that makes us special. Robert Fulghum wrote an essay in which he stated, "We are as different from one another on the inside of our heads as we appear to be different from one another on the outside of our heads." This is something to always remember, for we can learn to appreciate different lifestyles and opinions rather than become defensive when everyone does not agree. Next year, we are going to have to step into a new environment and make all new friends. I just wish that there was some way that I could take everyone with me. I know that I'm not the only one that has developed such strong ties, and I'm sure that you're all just as scared as I am to graduate and move on. We have given each other strength, the class of 1993. We've worked hard together and played hard together. Everyone tells you that as you grow older, you just don't have time to keep in touch with people that you went to high school with, but I just can't imagine that. In conclusion, high school has been more than just an intellectual experience. It has been a true growing experience, a place where we have learned about life. We have strengthened our friendships and learned to appreciate those that are closest to us. We have been there for each other and left unbreakable ties that will forever be remembered. At the same time, we have learned about life, learned to appreciate the individuality in each of us, preparing us for what will come in the following years. We have come to the point in our lives when we can look back and reflect upon high school experiences and what they all meant. In many ways, this is sad, but it only means that we are that much closer to being on our own. People always say that your years in high school are the best years of your life. It's possible that life will get better, but if it doesn't, I know that I'm content with what I've already experienced. Thank you.
Thank you, Emily. And now it's a privilege to introduce Ms. Deborah Donahue, the chairman of the Scholarship Committee of the Winchester Scholarship Foundation. Ms. Donahue.
Graduates, parents, and friends, it's a pleasure to be here representing the Winchester Scholarship Foundation. The foundation was established in 1946 to coordinate existing scholarship funds and to encourage townwide participation. Since its inception, the Scholarship Foundation has awarded more than $1 million to hundreds of Winchester students to help further their education. This has been possible due to the support and generosity of Winchester residents, businesses, and civic organizations. And we believe, like they, that there is no better investment than that of the continuing education of our children. I'd like to thank the members of the Scholarship Committee, Ray Boulanger, Andy Hall, and Jim Glick. I'd also like to thank Guidance Department Head Tony DiBiase and Principal John Ritchie for their help. A special thank you to all those in Winchester who have supported the Scholarship Foundation over the years. Our congratulations and best wishes to you, the class of 1993. Thank you.
And now it's my pleasure to introduce to you Ms. Geraldine Heinold, the chairman of the Winchester chairperson of the Winchester School Committee. Ms. Heinold.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here today. I thought about what to say today and realized it had two requirements. It should be short and relevant to this particular graduating class. The first is easy because I'm not known for long, flowery speeches. The second, relevance to this particular graduating class, was more difficult because although I know many of your parents, I do not know many of you. I called Dr. Ritchie and I asked him to tell me about the class and what he thinks makes it special. His reply was that it was a difficult question because what makes this class unique is that it is a group of strong and independent thinking people. What an amazing compliment. Because it's the ability to remain an independent thinker that will lead to your future success. And to be able to do so at a time in your life when the pressures to conform are so intense, that is truly remarkable. Like Boston weather, the only thing predictable about life is its unpredictability. And having the gift of independent thinking, as you do, is central to being able to adapt and adjust to the challenges you will face in your lives. Many of you will be leaving Winchester for a time, either attending college or entering the workplace. There you will be meeting people who may not share common experiences, ethics, or goals. It is my hope that your independent thinking and spirit will lead you to look for those qualities in those you meet. The challenge will be choosing the harder path of not putting people into categories or boxes or stereotypes, of not defining a person or making assumptions about him or her because of gender, race, religion, accent. Instead, it is my hope that you will look for whatever might be that large or very small commonality between you. This would provide your first insight into that person's specialness. Once you have that link, even if you don't agree with the person's politics, goals, or ways he or she looks at the world, it then becomes relatively easy to understand and work with that person. My own experiences, both in my professional career and in the Winchester schools, have shown me that looking for uniqueness in others is necessary, fun, and always has quite a few surprises. It can also bring a new awareness in your perception of others and their perception of you. Most of all, our ability to work with others to overcome life's challenges is among the most important measures of success. I hope you will nurture and expand your own exceptional abilities, and that others that you meet will recognize their value. It is your challenge to see every day as an opportunity to continue to learn from those you meet, people with whom you will live, study, work, and once in a while party. In turn, it will also be your responsibility to open up so that others can know you and learn of your values. You have already brought great pride to your families, your school, and your community. It will be the world's privilege to meet the Winchester class of 1993. I wish you luck and great adventures. Thank you.
And now I'd like to introduce someone whom many of you don't know, but I can tell you has been always a staunch supporter of and advocate for students. It's a privilege to introduce Mr. Robert D. Fitzgerald, the Superintendent of Schools. Mr. Fitzgerald.
Thank you, Dr. Ritchie, members of the graduating class of 1993, parents and friends of the graduating class of 1993. It's been suggested that all pleasantry should be short, and it might even be as well were the serious short also. Today is both a pleasant occasion as well as a serious one, and my remarks will be short. First, to the members of the graduating class, congratulations to each one of you on graduating from Winchester High School. You finished today a journey that many of you began in the fall of 1980. Some of you began that journey with Dr. Corcoran at the Vincent Owen School. Some of you began the journey with Dr. Grenzebach at the Mystic School. Some at Morocco with Mr. Young, at Lynch with Mr. Allen, some at Lincoln with Miss Caffrey, and some at Ambrose with Dr. Forrest. Some of you were in the 3rd grade when the Mystic School closed and you finished your elementary school at Lincoln. Many of you knew Mr. Marr and, of course, Mr. French at McCall. And most of you arrived at Winchester High School with Dr. Ritchie. The names Sheridan and Foley, Lynch and Tranchita, Bokeel and Holmes, Zach, Booley, Mitsakos, Hastings, Villani and McGee and Flynn are names that many of you remember well. I hope they are fond memories. Today it is my pleasure to represent all of those folks as well as the many other staff members with whom you've been associated over the past 13 years. We are all proud of you, and on behalf of them, I wish you much success as you begin a new journey. We're proud of your accomplishments. We've seen you grow mentally and physically. We've watched you develop your talents. We've been thrilled with your achievements and pained by your failures. We rejoice in your enthusiasm, in your excitement, and your energy. We hope that you leave us today with a desire to continue to learn, with an appreciation of the values of knowledge, and with a respect for the worth and dignity of others. We wish you well as you begin a new phase in your life. And to the parents of the graduating class of 1993, I want to express my thanks to you on behalf of the staff, past and present, of the Winchester Public Schools. The process of educating these young people is a joint effort between the home and the school. These graduates have needed your support, your interest, your patience, and your love. You have provided that for them, and that has helped us be successful in our efforts with them. Their graduation today does not mark an end for their need for your support, interest, patience, and love. Those needs transcend graduation, and I trust that you will continue to fulfill those needs. Today is a significant day for both you and the graduating class of 1993. I hope you all enjoy it very much. Thank you.
Before making my brief and modest remarks, I'd like to introduce our special guest, the Vice Chairman of the Winchester Board of Selectmen, Mr. Stephen Powers. Steve, thanks for coming. Well, my favorite kind of graduation starts at 2 o'clock on a sunny day, moves right along, finishes at 3:30, and by 5 I'm sound asleep. But today was a little bit different. And as you know, it was a little bit different. And many of us have been here since early in the morning, wringing our hands and biting our nails and worrying about what to do. And I'd like first to thank all the many people who pulled off this enormous change of moving from Manchester Field into the Winchester High School field house, which isn't all that easy, but with a lot of help from a lot of people, including our excellent custodial staff and many students and Ms. Austin and many other people, we actually have seats for everyone, which always brings a lump to my throat. The one worry I had, my goal was to have it outside no matter what, but I was persuaded by Mr. Fitzgerald and Ms. Austin that it would be wiser to have it indoors at 5. My worry was those of you who had made elaborate dinner plans that involved reservations at expensive and fancy restaurants. And I feel a great deal of concern for you, but I'm happy to announce that Mr. Fitzgerald and Ms. Austin will be hosting a sit-down supper for 400 at their homes following graduation. You and I have, my remarks will not be long. You and I, though, do have a special relationship. We all arrived together on a sunny September morning in the year 1989, and we met in the auditorium, and I still can recall your cute little pimples and braces and little bodies and little nervous smiles. And the reason that I can recall those so well is because I was so nervous myself. I stood before you and talked about what it felt like to be your principal, and said that one of the reasons that I was interested in being your principal is that for some strange reason, or because of some peculiar gene that I was given, I happen to like students a lot, adolescents a lot. I told you that I would work hard for you to make this school the best school that it could be, and I asked you to have high expectations for yourself and to help me work to make this a place where everybody is treated with dignity and respect. I want to tell you that 4 years later, I couldn't be more proud of you. You have done an absolutely spectacular job here. And Ms. Heinhold was absolutely correct when she reported to you that my sense of this class is that it's a group of very independent, very responsible, very caring individuals, some of whom are coughing madly right now, but they'll get over it, who really have done their best to make this a great place. We've been through a lot together, and if you read the entire list, I think you'd be amazed at all that we've been through and done together. We've experienced Super Bowl championships and national rankings for various teams, and focus days and academic achievements, and a lot of quiet examples of people treating each other right. We've had unfortunate incidents of violence or near violence, and I do believe that those incidents ultimately have pulled us closer together and made us better as people and as a school. We've lost friends. We've lost friends of friends, and graduates, former graduates, and parents, and somehow we've all had to pull together and recover from those losses. We've had mailboxes put on the front lawn of the school, a mailbox, which, by the way, is a felony offense, but we won't go into it now. We've had 2 members of the senior class sleep in the courtyard. It's a somewhat odd thing to do, but didn't bother me. And now you're done, and you head off into a world that really is a pretty scary place. It's filled with uncertainty and anxiety, and I really can't give you any advice about how to handle things, except to say, my experience has been that it doesn't get a whole lot easier, and it requires you to be courageous and strong, and to share your emotions with other people, and to stick up for other people who might need your help, and just to do your best. The sun doesn't always shine when you want it to, and it doesn't always shine when you need it to. But all you can do is do your best and try to give the gifts that you have to others. You've demonstrated to me, and I really do mean this very sincerely, that you're a special group. You've shown courage, helpfulness, friendliness, and since we have this special bond of having been through the last 4 years together, and you're the first class that I've been through 4 years with, you've made me feel, as a principal, welcome and supported, and I will always appreciate that, and I will always remember that. One year at graduation, I performed a rap song, which I'm not going to do again. But I do have Now, we talked about that. I do have a very short a cappella presentation for you, if you can stand it. And I don't know what key I will sing this in, so we'll start in M flat. I was sitting at the table early this morning, thinking about you seniors from Adenalian to Zmiri. I was praying hard for sunshine. I was praying hard for clear skies. I was praying for a gorgeous day for the class in '93. So I talked to Susan Austin, and I talked to Bob Fitzgerald, and I talked to Danny Ryan, and then I talked to my wife. They said, given your position, you better make the right decision. And if you make it wrong, boy, you better run for your life. You got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to set up chairs as I hope that you can see. Well, the weather might be foggy, but the diplomas, they ain't soggy. And it's always something different with the class of '93. Thank you very much. Okay, now it's time to graduate. And before we call your names, let me just remind you that Ms. Austin will read each name. I will be in the front, and I will hand you your diploma as you come around and then back down the center aisle. I would remind the graduates, as I do every year, that it's very, very important to me and to everybody here that each person receiving a diploma be treated with the same respect. So let's really pay attention and make sure that everybody who gets a diploma, the rest of us, are behaved during that time. Before giving the diplomas, however, it is traditional for us to present special plaques to the top graduating members of the class, and it's my privilege to do so at the moment, and I will call those, the wrong people are standing up. Call those people forward. First, one person who is receiving a plaque is not here today, and that's Mr. Ransom Richardson, and I will make sure that he gets his. But the people who are here, and it's a great privilege to introduce them, are Ms. Deborah Lerman and Mr. Nick Lippman. Could you come forward, please?
We're ready for the first line.
Hi, I'm John London.
And I'm Dale Smith.
And I'm Greg Moynihan. Join us Thursday nights at 7 when we discuss the important sports topics of the day, like the Boston Red Sox.
The Red Sox? How about college hockey? Come on, NCAA tournament time, college hoops.
Patriots, Bill Parcells, the guy's won Super Bowls.
He hasn't won anything in Boston yet.
We'll see. How about the movie rental?
The Babe. The Babe.
Well, we're here to entertain you. Sports View, Thursdays at 7, right here on TV 19.
Meet Alice Bell and Bill Fuse. With a phone call, they had a tree planted in their name to help save our Earth. Hi, I'm Christopher Reeve for Discovery's Global Relief. Trees help purify the air we breathe. And it only costs $5 to call 1-900-740-TREE. Call now. We'll plant a tree in your name. Global Relief, part of Countdown 2000. Working together, we can turn the Earth around.
All right, our first graduate is Sivan Adenalian. Paul C. Albiani. Robert F. Alford. Richard Michael Alston. Hey. Angelo N. Amico. Amanda M. Armstrong. John Michael Arsenault. Diane Marie Ofiero. Michael Yin Baldwin. Catherine Rachel Banks. Robert E. Burrill. Lydia M. Van Berkout. Brian P. Bernazzani. William Lowell Betcher. Catherine S. Bittarelli. Anthony Bonfilio. Daniel Peter Braga. Katie Ann Branley. Stephen R. Bross. Carter Willis Browning. Julie Lynn Buchanan. Michael Phillips Callahan, Jr. Timothy James Callahan. Colleen Patricia Campbell. John Joseph Carroll III. Andrea Courtney Carroll. Robert Stephen Celeberti. Antonio Cella. Maria Christina Celli. Kimberly Ann Ciano. Colin D. Clark. Michael E. Collins. Kristen Ann Colozzi. Helen Claire Cooney. Jeanette Ellen Cross. Michael L. Crowley. Patricia Ann Cummings. Adina Marie Carreri. Carrie Marie Davis. Jennifer Marie DeBar. Paul Joseph DiCollegiero. Jennifer Ann Deering. Emily Beth D'Entremont. Andrea Chrisanne DeStefano Bird. Catherine Mary Doherty. William Bernard Doherty. Robert Joseph Donlin. Jennifer L. Dooley. Julie Marr Driscoll. David Christopher Duffy. Jeffrey Edmonds. Elizabeth Signey Elliott. Alyssa A. Ewald. Stephanie Marie Fiola. Christina Barbara Fisher. Jonathan Lloyd Frankie. Peter French. Cherry Frost. Matthew William Fuller. Dennis James Galante. Rachel Elizabeth Gallery. Thomas B. Gosnell. Diana Lynn Grande. Jackie Jean Granfield. Nora Jeanette Green. Karen Denise Hallisey. Elizabeth A. Hare. Peter M. Harris. Gilbert Michael Hebert. Lisa Marie Hallwell. David Preston Hood. Eric Burgess Hood. Jeremy John Hegel. Jonathan D. Huppy. Scott David Imperator. Allison Audrey Jervey. Michael Patrick Johansson. Amy Carol Joseph. Tara Marie Jua. Francine Kariadakis. Henry Pierre Keulu. Elizabeth Lee Keene. Charles John Keefe. Tara Marie Keenan. Elizabeth Hannah Kelly. Michael William Kenny. Alexa Scott Knight. Matthew David Krajewski. Michael G. Lacey. Brian David Lapointe. Jeffrey LaTorres. Deborah M. Lerman. Robert R. Liberatore, Jr. Brian D. Lindmark. Nicholas James Lippman. Cricket Allison Lombardo. Tracy Ann Mabardi. Roy Patton McMillan. Heather Megan Manahan. Brian Gerard Manette. Anthony Richard Marabella. Laura Louise Mark. Andrea Mary Marquardt. Helen Margaret Martinelli. John Salvatore Matarese. Paul James Maughan. Francesco Severio Meyerhofer. Rosemarie McCall. Michael James McGinty. Anne Helen McIndoe. Allison Elizabeth McKay. Kirk S. Minahan. John Andrew McQuinn Minetti. Palash Vinod Misra. John D. Mota. Andrew P. Morosis. Karen Elizabeth Munini. Deirdre Kennedy Murdoch. Prima Fong Murdoch. Christine Elizabeth Murphy. Christopher Arthur Murphy. Siobhan Patrice Murray. Nicole Nakamuli. Andrew Joseph Nolan. Iman Hakim Oakley. Lynn Page O'Connor. Sean Patrick Oliver. Jeffrey P. O'Neill. Melissa Ann O'Neill. Matthew Pavel. Jennifer Cara Pendergast. Stephanie Noel Page. Catherine Caroline Peterson. Robin Piazza. Charles Anthony Porter Jr. James Nathaniel Potter. Mark Stephen Puma. Anthony Pyro. John P. Rossio. Raymond Michael Regan. Peter J. Rinaldi. Jonathan Peter Rotolo. Mary Beth Rotundi. I know. Christopher W. Rucker. Edward Russo. Jennifer J. Russo. John Philip Russo. Marisa Christina Russo. William Rutnam. Pamela Scipani. Tara Elise Schlenner. Lindsay Eileen Schlorf. Ned Strieber Schodek. Anya Lee Scherniger. Kevin Thomas Shaughnessy. Kimberly Maria Shields. John Armando Seamus, Jr. Jonathan Simeone. Wait a second. And 1 second. We're getting a standing O here. Woo! And Justin Robert Simeone. Heather Kimberly Smith. Tyson B. Smith. Ann M. Sobkowitz. Deepa Lakshmi Sritharan. Todd Warren Sundstrom. Clifford John Swap. Michael Paul Sapansky. Jeffrey Allen Tank. Matthew Manuel Tavares. Brian Francis Taylor. Jean-Charles Toussaint. Basil Tassopoulos. Paula Andrea Urzwa. Sonia Verma. Erin Elizabeth Walsh. Adam Edward Wangerin. Mark Allen Waterbury. Tobias Swift White. Alex Sims Wild. Patricia Ann Williams. Catherine Rita Wilson. Adi Zamiri.
Now, first of all, let me thank the senior class for the 2 apples, a grapefruit, orange, and banana. I'll treasure these forever. By the powers conferred upon me by the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, I now pronounce you graduates of Winchester High School, entitled to all the rights and privileges pertinent thereto. And let me ask you, please, at the conclusion of the ceremony, to put your caps and gowns in the back of the field house. Congratulations and good luck.